Well, boy, howdy, everybody, and welcome to Factorio. I think this is not anything serious. Just I wanted to play a game. We're on a little bit of a hiatus, so we're not recording as much, and I need to record because I need to scratch my itch. Um, I did some seed shuffling here. This is gonna be a long form type series. Basically, I wanna play through a vanilla game of Factorio before the expansion comes out, just to make sure I've got that all in me head, you know? So, and you can also kind of consider this a tutorial a little bit. Um, so there are a couple things you may notice right off the bat that I will talk about, um, which is that go ahead and look in the top right in the minimap. You see all these green circles about? That. Right, I need big ass rocks. And there don't seem to be any. Alright, looks like I think I'm gonna get enough iron for that. Okay, we're gonna have to do a little bit of. Maybe I'm too spoiled by, whatchamacallit. And then 5. You know what? We'll lose that. Alright, so this is the real deal right there. Bing bong, infinite stuff. And now, you just sit here and mine stone for a while. So this, we're gonna do this in episode type deals, I think, where each episode is a single science pack. Um, and what I mean by that is that this video will be all of the stuff you need to do to start making 60 red science per minute. And then the next video will be the same thing, but starting from 60 red science per minute and going to 60 green science in addition to that. And then military, chemical, utility production, and then space. You know, the whole shebang. Um, what's the deal here? You probably notice what I did with the burner miners up there. I put them facing into each other, which just means they're on a coal patch, which means they're mining coal and inserting it into each other's repositories, fuel banks, whatever. Um, which basically just means that they're going to be mining coal forever. Another thing that I did intentionally was make this a map with quite a bit of tree cover. Not a huge amount, but enough that I should be able to get something off the ground without being attacked by biters immediately. Which is important, because you don't want to get attacked by biters immediately. Um, I don't think this little stone bit's going to be enough. Because I want 1, 2, 3, I want like 4 I think I want 5 iron and 2 copper. Um, 5 iron, 2 copper. No, it's not enough. Um, okay, that'll be fine. That'll get enough, I think. Um, and we're gonna turn all this stone straight into furnaces. Some of those furnaces are gonna get turned into burner miners. Some of them are just gonna be furnaces. Um, and that coal snake's gonna have to grow. Um, I think I mentioned that I kind of want this to be like beginner tutorial-esque. Oh, wait, I just remembered. I play this game without sound on. People might prefer it with sound on, I just realized. So here's sound. I normally play this game with sound off because I'm normally like listening to something in the background. Um, so now you all get to hear the lovely game. I do think it sounds good. Although, I am just beating a rock right now. Alright. 18. Perfect. A whole bunch of coal. Perfect. Five of you. 2 of you. Just a touch of iron ore to auto mine, or to mine myself. And then we can start automating stuff. Oh, and for everyone, I did originally consider making this a lazy bastard attempt. But I mean, as you've seen, I've now already crafted too much by hand. So we won't be doing that. Which is fine. I won't be going for any of the like special achievements, I don't think. Oh, I gotta do alt. That's one thing. What I just did is equivalent to pressing this button right here. It's the alt button. It makes you press alt. And I'm purple now, which is wonderful. Alright, burner miner into iron. Beautiful. Now we have infinite iron. Sorta, kinda. Oh, but we already don't have enough coal. Because my coal snake isn't big enough yet. So, we're gonna get ourselves just a touch more iron. And actually double our coal snake. With this secret technique Big Snake doesn't want you to know. Which is now you can just feed 4 of them into each other. And you're doing the same thing but twice as fast. Alright. So... oh, and this is just a me thing. I like to leave the spaceship there. I think it's fun. Alright, and so you may have noticed what I just did. Is I've marked a whole bunch of fish for deconstruction. Which, among other things, among the obvious of letting me know where the fish are, it actually stops the fish from moving. Which is perfect. Because while you do have a giant range for picking up fish, it is not an infinite range. And you may be thinking to yourself, why do you need so many fish? To you I say, 'cause. Okay, I've now marked that tree for deconstruction, which I didn't really need to do, but I did it. Whatever. I don't know how to undo that marking for deconstruction. I don't really need to undo it. 5 and then 2. Yeah, that's fine. Ooh, look at that. And that. Yippee. We're gonna need a boiler eventually, so let's get cracking on that. Need a boiler pretty soon, actually. Here we go, extending the coal snake once more. And then getting our first copper. And that requires a lot of iron. But we're gonna need it pretty quick. We're also gonna need a log. Oh, and copper. But now we've got the log, so, and copper we're currently getting. That's one of you. Copper, get. So let's just craft all of that we can. We're gonna make our offshore pump, because we need one of those. And, okay, we're very close. There you are. Boiler number 2. Copper number something. And now we just need a lab. And we officially are very close. I know it sounds so official, doesn't it? We're officially almost there. Alright. No more stone, so no more mining is no more burner miners are possible because I run out of stone. Let me go make that let me go mine that final bit of stone I need. Actually, I'll just mine this whole block. Oh, a couple other things you notice in the UI. FPS, UPS. FPS is pretty obvious, frames per second. UPS updates per second. That's how many times per second the game is like doing its own internal updates. Not necessarily related to the visuals. You can see in the top left there's a whole bunch of modded things. The biter evolution percentage, which is a little bit cheated to have, but so are those circles on the minimap, so I don't really mind it. I think it's nicer for me to play this way, and I like it. You got time played to save. Just obvious. It's the amount of time I played on the save. We'll talk about the other things probably closer to when we make the red science. One of you. Actually, 2 more of you even. Alright, that's enough iron by a lot. More coal. And there's our first labs. We are going to want some inserters and some chests. So let's make sure we get that up and running. Probably just like that much will do. I'll grab a repair pack also, just for funsies. Oh, not enough iron. I do want to make those 4 more. Yeah, that. Okay. So now we'll head over to our water supply. And we will set up our our first labs. We'll do this, and then this, this, this. Then that. And then this. And you'll see eventually why I've set it up like that, but we'll get there when we get there. You can see our pollution cloud's growing, but that's okay, because we need our pollution cloud to grow so that we can make more science, so that we can grow our pollution cloud, so that we can make more science. Whole bunch more coal. You know, just kind of top everything off. Whole bunch of iron. Whole bunch of copper. Now we can start talking about the research, which is the bread and butter of this entire game. First up, we need automation. Second up, we want military, probably. I have a feeling we're going to need to deal with biters soon. Third up, I don't know yet. We'll get there when we get there. Automation requires 10 science packs, so let's get started on handcrafting that. With an absolutely terrible time of 15 minutes and 51 seconds, I have created the very first automation science pack. Typically, if you're new to Factorio, typically the automation science is referred to as red science. For some reason, probably because it's red. What a shocker. And this is why I had that inserted feeding to this, but you'll see soon why I've got this too. As soon as we unlock automation, you will begin to see my plans come to fruition. Now this, of course, is not automated 60 red science per minute. This is, frankly, barely anything. We have finally made it so that everything is fully stocked up with coal, which is beautiful. And our automation science is about to finish, and there it went. Let's fill you up. And just craft 5 of those. We've also unlocked long-handed inserters, which I don't believe we need right now. But we are officially auto-crafting our first assemblers, which will be incredibly helpful. This, if I remember correctly, is a very iron-heavy craft. So I am actually going to make another... I'm going to do some more stone mining. So, you know, I can make another couple iron furnaces. Oh, but I have finished handcrafting these. Ah, I'm missing 2 stone. Alright, slightly inefficient movement here, but that's okay. Inefficiencies are okay. It's allowed, I promise. So. What you need to make red science consists entirely of iron and copper. There we have it. Completely automated red science. Easy peasy. I mean, not completely automated because it is hand-fed, but you know what I mean. Pretty simple. And we're gonna go back to mining the stone for a little bit. Now, if you're not familiar with what's going on and why I need more stone, because obviously I've already got that one more burner, miner, and furnace and amount of stone that I wanted. I actually want 2 more of these. And we'll kind of do that with them. Whoa. Don't need that much coal in my life. Well, I do need more coal in my life. But that little bit right there, just some easy, immediately automated stone. Which now, instead of hand mining, I can just grab, go bang bang, grab some more coal. Refill that and shebang shebang. I now have about as automated as you can get. Oh, this is very important. I've just unlocked military science. Or, I've unlocked military, which means I get access to the submachine gun, which is much better than the pistol and uses the same ammo type. I'm also going to craft my first light armor. Now let's see. What else do I really need to get started here? I need to pick a new science to do. And I'm thinking steel, so I can go straight for the steel axe, which doesn't actually require me to make steel, but it will double my personal mining speed. Not the most useful thing, but definitely not the least. Logistics are also very important. So we'll queue those up as well. I'm a little hermit and hawing about what to do. I think what I'll do is this. And make myself some belts. In a completely automatic sort of way. Completely automated belts. Along with completely automated science. Means we're having a good time. It also means we're making a lot of pollution. And we will deal with that soon. TM. I promise. How many stone... Oh, I can't make that many stone furnaces at all. That's not enough either. We are going to make them all, though. Now let us see. Now I'll put another full 100 iron into that. As you can see, we need a lot of transport belts. Right, because each transport belt is the same size as like these inserters or iron chests. and also incredibly valuable. Now, is there anything else easy to automate that we can just like plop on here? Automated assembly machines would be nice. Automated inserters would also be pretty cool. Um, Automated firearm magazine. That's pretty big, I'd say. Just a single stack, though. And of course, with 3 things pulling out of that 1 iron chest, refilling it frequently is going to be a necessity. And we will grab our first radar also. The radar, yeah, I mean, you can probably imagine what a radar does, but it does it. So, it's pretty cool. So this is the map as we can see it now. How much? Yeah, our satisfaction is full. We should be seeing the radar start radaring out further pretty quick. Transport belts are filling up. Science is sciencing. We're just actually making the science slower than we use it, which is just fine. I'm actually going to change the order of those things to put logistics in front of steel axe. I think it's more important. Let's see. Yeah, I will use every single one of those stone furnaces. Now what do we think is the first resource I should put on the belt? I'm thinking coal. Because with coal I can automate feeding the boilers. And that's just kind of a beautiful thing. Craft all of those. Wonderful. Wonderful. Needs more. As always. Oh, and you can see it here. We're getting some radar scans. Very, very good. Have I used all of my iron chests? I have not. Ah, that's right, because I made 1 extra. 50 plus, not enough. We're gonna need more. Yeah, that's the right number. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna need that whole thing. Because we are restocking everybody with coal. Make some more furnaces. Grab some more iron. Grab some more copper. And just like that, we've essentially doubled our iron production. At the cost of what will turn out to be quite a bit more pollution. So in anticipation of the pollution problem, let's actually go talk to the biters, I think. Of course, you've already run out, but there should be plenty of ammo to deal with that nest. So let's go deal with it. You can see the nest right here. We got spitter spawners and small biters. You can see right here, with an evolution factor of 0.01, the spitter spawner has a 100% chance to spawn a small biter. And there's also small worms, and obviously the biters that have been spawned. Collectively, I hear the Factorio enemies referred to as bugs quite a bit. Which makes sense, they are quite bug-like. Pretty buggy, I would say. Now here's the thing. This submachine gun actually has a little bit of a shorter range than the small worms. But if you get the nest on the other side of you, then you're good to just shoot the nest. Right? Because I'm out of the range of the worms. Just finished researching steel processing, which is wonderful. I'm out of the range of the worms, and I can still shoot the nest. So, biter issue dealt with. And you can see, when I'm good at it, that the spitter attacks can be dodged because the spitters aim for the place you will be if you continue with your current velocity at the time they choose to shoot. So, if between the time that they shoot and the time the shot lands, you have changed direction, the worm will miss, which is wonderful. You probably just saw it up there. I am completely out of power, but that can be fixed by a little bit of coal, as is the case with everything. But of course, there's not enough coal. There's plenty of iron. So much iron. Steel, that research we just unlocked, is made in a furnace, just like iron. But is made by smelting iron plates in the furnace, which is a little bit different than the iron ore into a furnace that makes regular iron. It's also a little bit different from real life, where obviously the process to make steel is a little bit more complex than just smelting iron. But that's what you get when you make a game. If we check over here in the production tab, we can see we're making not even 1 science per minute. You can see we're making about 12 red science per minute. It does the rough calculations for us, which is nice. But yeah, I think we're ready to begin full automation of coal. So what I just crafted there was 20 electric miners. Instead of running off coal like the burner miners do, they run off of electricity. Just like all of this stuff has. Now I'm going to start placing the power line that will become quite possibly the lifeline of these miners. Alright. That, I think, is all of the wiring I need before we've got miners set up. For now, just gonna keep everything stocked. Keep all of our hand-fed automation stocked with things. Make sure everything's running. There's probably something more efficient I could be doing. I'm not sure though. Oh, I do know I want to cut down one tree so that I can make a shotgun. I'm actually gonna put the pistol away in there. Just because I know I don't need it. Oh, the shotgun requires 5 wood. Fancy schmancy. Well, let's go get ourselves a wood. Thing that might be obvious, might not be obvious. Trees absorb pollution faster than just the land does. So, it's good to know. I don't know how much of an impact it's going to have on your life, but it's got some impact on mine. And yes, I will actually use probably all of those stone furnaces. Maybe not all of them. 1, 2, 3. No, I'll use all of them. Not in this episode, but eventually. Wow, you run out of iron quick. Oh, but you're almost done, so that's pretty good. Now, of course, here we've got our new exciting toys, the splitter and the underground belt. We'll play with those soon. I'm actually gonna do just a quick 5 craft of each of them. Just for fun. Well, and because I need them. Oh, come on. There we go. 5 craft of each. Alright. Oh, and a quick trick. If you mark something for destruction, it will stop running, which is very handy. You can see here. So okay, so if you look in the right side, the little tool tip for the thing I'm holding, expected resources tells you what this mining drill will be able to mine within its little area, which you can see highlighted in blue. We really don't want that to include multiple resources. So like right now it says stone and coal. What we really want is just one at a time. Just one resource at a time. So that we can put the entire thing on belts. We'll put that there. And we'll put you there. And we'll connect you there. Oh. There we go. Now I've got my undergrounds and my splitters. Of course, that's going to stop running because as soon as they mine a single thing, they will stop because there's no more space in their output, which is right in front of them. But that is okay. Because we don't actually need them to be running right now. And I need to craft... I'll do 10 more of those. Oh, that ate all my iron I was just about to bring over here. But that's done crafting. This can be done, I'd say. We can see our radars. Oh, our radar has discovered 1.2 million coal. Much better than our little 300,000 and our little 400,000 down here. Also, we've got 300,000 plus 100,000 copper, 100,000 iron, 144,000 stone. And that's the... So you see when I hover over this, it says an amount. That's all of these amounts added up, is what that number is giving. And I hovered over that. That's what that was telling me. So this is what the belts are going to do. They're going to output their things onto the belts. We're going to do some magic, which I'll show you in a little bit, to turn those 3 belts of kind of miscellaneous type stuff into really usable, what's the word, like consistent in throughput belts of coal is really what we're looking for. And you'll see how we accomplish that pretty quick. I am going to place these 2 here and just do a quick cheeky little that. I need to use my little hot pad a little more frequently, I think. So you can see I've got a whole bunch of blueprints, so you can ignore most of these. This is the one we are interested in right now. This is the turn 3 belts of anything into an evenly distributed 2 belts of that thing. I didn't design these were all designed by people who are much better at the game than me, but I trust them to have done their work. So we're just going to assume they're right. Spoiler alert, they probably are. Now if you're wondering why that's split into 2, it's because... Oh, you know what? I should have split it into 3. Alright. Yeah, I'll split it into 3. You'll see why I needed to split it into 3 in a second. And by in a second, I mean like in forever. I can't believe I forgot the way that I designed things. Oh, also, you just saw that just now. The belts do push you. So that'll be 3 to 3. Obviously this is an uneven 3 because we got different amounts of miners on each lane. But it will turn it into an evenly distributed 3 belts. Which is important, I promise. One of those belts is going to come with me. We're going to go on a little adventure. Or rather, it's going to go on a little adventure. Alright, plenty of iron. We're going to pop that into the iron chest. And we're going to grab more of those belts, because I've already used all of the belts. Put more copper back. So, what this chest is doing is just providing this inserter with coal. What that chest used to do is now going to be a purpose served by... Oh, really? This belt. That's sad. I'm gonna be honest. That's quite the sad thing. Alright, but there we go. A belt of coal going straight into the power production. Of course we're out of power. It's because we used it all. Because there was no coal being brought to this. But now there is. I should check this. So as you see, the satisfaction is low. But we can fix that. With a little bit of magic. Just a touch of magic. I think we're just going to do a new one of these. Now, of course, all of my handcrafting is going to have to wait for the handcrafting of those electric miners that I did. But now, anytime this boiler needs coal, that inserter will insert coal from this long trail of coal into it. And this single belt of coal will will fuel all of my power production for the foreseeable future. The next viable power production, actually the next power production in general, is solar power, which when we unlock it, I'll probably switch to as soon as possible. Because these boilers, as you can imagine, output a lot of pollution, and that's pollution that we don't want. Because the pollution attracts the biters. And the biters want me dead. See, we're already almost out of iron in that chest. But we're working on our electric miners. They're almost done. Let's see how these have been doing. Plenty good. And I'm now about to be able to double my power production. There's good. Followed by there. Oh, you don't. Damn bit. Okay. Let me build this here. Pipe, pipe, pipe. It'll make sense, I promise, why I did that. For now, though, it really doesn't matter. There, so you'll be here, and there. Now, we have plenty of power to satisfy our things. Plenty in asterisks, because of course we don't, but just pretend, okay? I'm gonna craft another 5 splitters. What should we automate next? I'm thinking iron. But iron automation is a lot more complex than coal automation, because coal, there's nothing you have to do with it out of the ore step to get it usable. But iron, we have to smelt. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of a different sort of setup from just immediately, you know, mishmooshing. Yeah, I mean, I'll use all those miners, so might as well start handcrafting them now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That useful? Not quite. You two are, though. You are. See, and that was 20 already. And I haven't covered nearly enough of this patch yet. We'll do that later. Alright, we'll set up you. Oh, and there's a difference between these electric miners and the burner miners. Burner miners, you can run between. Electric miners, you cannot. So, if running between your miners is something you want to do, that's too damn bad. You can't. Oh, and you can see my steel axe research is almost done, which is very nice. I think we'll just get some generic stuff out of the way next. Not really important, but I will go through them. Lights adds lamps. These two lamps are from a mod called Afraid of the Dark, which I use because I really am not a fan of the day-night cycle, and the fact that the night vision gives you that weird film. So I use a mod. I don't actually use these lamps at all, but they exist. Gun turret adds a gun turret. Most of this stuff is vanilla. I'll only point out modded research when it's a modded. The gun turret, it's a gun turret. Instead of you shooting, it shoots for you. It doesn't require any power. You just feed it ammo. Walls are walls. The biters eat them. They're walls. Electronics. I don't think this research actually gives you anything new. It's just a research that is required to unlock a whole bunch of new researches that we will talk about when we get there. Just one of those many, like, unlock this so that you can later unlock that type things. And we're already running fucking low on iron again. We're gonna have to deal with it. Because for a while I'm just gonna have to work around this. Because it's my only source of iron and I'm using my iron a lot. But I've researched the steel axe. So now my hand mining is twice as fast as it was before, which is very cool. For iron it is just a 3-2 actually. And you may be thinking 2, but all you make with it is iron. And you'd be right, but with the iron you can make steel. And steel is important enough to me that I give it its own balanced belt of iron ore input. The coal is balanced 3 ways because one of them is going to the power, one of them is going to fuel all of the furnaces, and the third one is a surprise tool that will help us after we get green science. That's probably worth it. Completed the optics research. Lovely. Alright, that's all set up nice and cool-like. Now, is 3 enough? Do I want to squeeze a little bit of production out of this side? Something like that. Yeah, I think I do. So now, we'll grab ourselves a different blueprint. We'll grab ourselves the 4-2, which is actually one of the very simple blueprints. Because the splitters already balance that sort of way. when you're working with powers of 2, balancing is incredibly easy. But we do now have to do that little rewiring of our power supply. And you can see the iron flowing in. And we got plenty of iron now, I think. I will go ahead and mark this all for deconstruction. You can see how much faster my steel axe is able to make this process of deconstructing that whole thing. Now everything's all set up, but actually we don't have enough miners yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, we'll just make 10 more. Just for the heck of it. Now, of course, I'm not perfectly covering every single ore patch. I just don't need to, quite honestly. Now let's see pollution. Our pollution has never, in the entire almost an hour I've been playing, been consumed by a biter nest. And you can see that it would be down here in the consumption of pollution. You can see here in the creation of pollution that electric mining drills are just about to eke ahead of the burner mining drills. And also that our research is completing. So you may be wondering to yourself, if what the fuck is the word I'm looking for? Red science unlocks so little by itself, why is it important that we automate it fully? And the answer is because even the things that take green science also take red. Things all the way down here, every single thing, even when we're all the way into space science, every single thing takes red science. So it's important that we automate everything. Or all of the sciences, at least. Now this is fully mined, you could say. Or it's about to be. But it's actually pretty much nowhere near done. Because right now it's just an ore form. And I need it in plate form. I forget. Do I have this? No, my blueprints are bad. Do I have a blueprint for this? Base in a box, do you have? I don't think it does. Alright. We're gonna build this ourselves. First thing we're gonna need is an ass ton of inserters. And actually that's everything we're gonna need. It's not, but pretend. So yeah, I'm gonna build this way. It'll go a little something like this. Alright. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. All right. Beautiful. I'll explain what's going on here in just a second. But the basics are... one, that I'm gonna need that. And you'll see why in a second. Because one of those lanes... is actually going to do this. Now I'm out of belts, which is not good. But our belt automation's been running this whole time. How's my science? How's my power? My power is a-okay. And now I got one more belts. Absolutely exactly what I wanted. I hope it's become obvious at this point. But, oh. Underground belts let the contents of the belt flow underground to the other side. It's exactly that simple. That is finished. We're just gonna, you know, pump out the rest of these, I think. Alright, so this is all of the rest of the solo red science queued. We got a modded thing, steel text plates. I've literally never used a text plate, but I like them for the option of text, and I might actually use the text in this. So that I can kind of label each of the little things I'm making, so that if you come back later and you're like, what the hell is that? You know what it is. Fast inserters, which just unlocks inserters that are faster, and inserters that can be filtered. Which means that if there's multiple items that they could pick up, you can tell them to only pick up, you can whitelist them so they can only pick up certain things, or blacklist them so they can pick up everything but something. Heavy armor is just like the light armor I crafted like 30 minutes ago, except it's more protection. Physical weapon damage 1 just increases the damage of all firearms and gun turrets by 10%. Shooting speed is just shooting speed by 10%. Green science is unlocking all of the next phase of this game's progression. 4, 5, 6. This is why I crafted all of those inserters. I appear to have miscounted. That's what I wanted. I'm out of iron. That's okay. Because I'm about to not be. And bam, all of that brought to life. My iron production is back in full swing. I can just pick everything up off the belt and build more inserters to fuel the continued production of this. Now, if you're curious about why this is 48 furnaces, you saw me count the 24 earlier, this is 48 furnaces. The reason is throughput. So one yellow belt moves iron plates. Actually, I can do this in the planner. Output equal to a single yellow belt requires 48 stone furnaces. It just does. If you want one yellow belt, if you want the full throughput of a yellow belt every second, then you need 48 stone furnaces, which are equivalent to 30 electric mining drills in order to create that, which we of course do have 30, and you may be correctly noticing that I don't have enough to do a full belt of steel also, and actually that's just fine, because steel just doesn't get used very much. And I'm going to need all these inserters, so I'm going to craft them all. And we're going to... Basically, my goal here is to create what I should have already had blueprinted, honestly. I mean, this is like the furnace stack. Stack because it's, you know, it looks like a stack of furnaces. This is like the thing that gets built. You know, one of the most important first things to build is the furnace stack. So it's kind of important that I build it. I'm gonna grab a whole bunch more iron so that I can deposit it into that chest. Yep, I was right. I had a feeling. We were out. How's our power production? It's absolutely fine. Will it still be fine after I build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 furnace stacks? No, it won't be. But that's okay, because we'll cross that when we get to it. I have a feeling I'm not going to be needing a huge amount of random auto handcrafting after I finish those lights, so I'm just going to queue up some ammo. I know not all of that. I'll need that many. 41 is 59. Yeah. That many ammos I want to craft. Oh shit, my burner mining drill is out of coal. Oh no. Oh, and these are out too. But actually, these being out is probably fine. I mean, that's so much stone. I can make 269 stone furnaces now. Which is ridiculous. You're thinking, wow, that's a lot. You're right. It is. That's the full furnace stack, I'm pretty sure. Now we're just gonna get some lights for it, and we can copy paste this thing a couple more times. Light will be there, 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 there. Yeah, sure, that's good enough. I just want to make exactly the same thing again. Well, frankly, and again. Um, Steel. This will be the steel smelter, so, you know, actually we don't need this. If I pull it paste. I want to blueprint this actually. Not copy. This is what I want. Furnace. Stack. Create. Delete that. Delete that. Easy. Furnace stack. Done. Well, done and that it's been. Actually I need you over here. Because we're gonna let this belt empty out. And we're gonna do one of these. But we're not gonna build that furnace stack right now. Because way more important at the moment is copper. Ah, this is a nice setup. I don't think I've ever made furnace stacks so cleanly. Unfortunately, what I have to do to make steel is gonna kill everything. But that's okay. That is the steel smelter. Should I swap steel and iron? Just so that it's cleaner looking and not penisy. Oh, no, that's not what I want, actually. Should I do that? Yeah, I suppose I should. So that it looks better. But that's okay. We can still we're not ready for bus yet, so we'll still operate as if this is just iron collection land. Which, to be fair, it kind of is. Now, you may notice that way back when I was talking about this, I said 5 furnace stacks. And this is very clearly only 4. Well, actually, We're not gonna need the fifth one for quite a while. But there is a fifth one. And you'll see that probably around green science time. Remember when I said I'd build copper first? I lied. It wasn't on purpose, I promise. Alright, well now we've got more iron production, which is cool. Even though it's not really what I need right now. What I need right now is copper production. But let's see pollution. Ah. So we're officially destroying trees. We've started to damage trees now. You can see over the last hour our pollution has just steadily increased in production. Electric mining drills being the vast majority of that. But it should quiet down at some point. I think, if I remember this game correctly. Well, so think about it this way. All of these miners were sitting idle, which means the miners providing them with ore were also sitting idle. And these miners doing coal, sitting relatively idle. Oh, hey! Oh, no, not yet. Not quite. And of course, this is a quite slow way to do things. It's very, like, essentials. It's very long-term oriented. I would not say this is the fast way to get things done in this game. But at least with the way I prefer to play, I would say this is my personal right way to play. It's what I would call the right way to play. Oh shit, look at that. Not enough stone furnaces. Who would have thought? Oh, and of course, made up there too, so there we go. That will be enough then. Oh shit. I'm gonna be out of power poles. And I have no more wood. Oof. That might have been loud. I apologize for that. I have no idea if it came through at all. I've got a necklace hanging off of my microphone. And I accidentally kind of yanked it. Not ideal. I need to go grab those belts. I need a lot of belts right now. That's possibly enough belts, who knows? It won't be. Not for everything, but for a collection of stuff, it is possible. Now, copper is the only resource in the game that does not need to be split into two belts. We can go straight for 3-to-1 here. I need more iron to make the splitters. Okay, that was kind of silly. I didn't realize what was going on there. That is what I wanted to do. Not enough expected resources. No, that'll be plenty. There we go. Copper iron is headed over to the forges. And these forges are going to be finished up pretty quickly. Oh. I didn't craft enough. I need another 24. I forgot how to multiply by 2, unfortunately. Oops. That. And then this. Alright, copper and iron are in. I don't have enough power poles to do this. So I'm going to need to go destroy some more of the environment. But we're about to have a full yellow belt of copper to go along with our full yellow belt of iron, which is wonderful. What did I need? I needed wood. I remember things very well. Oh, I need so many inserters. Okay. That's probably fine. I need more copper. Well, luckily, I've just set it up. Like magic, I got a wand and a rabbit. Lights. Let there be lights. Alright. So this whole... the whole furnace stack is built now, I think. So now I'm only missing this one. I just want to make sure this whole side is done. It is, okay. Beautiful. 24. That should be enough. Hopefully. Maybe. Let me grab my other furnaces. This stack won't get built for a long while, but at least I'll have it set up. And we should be approaching the end of the episode here because 60 red science per minute. If I can find it. Is quite easy, just 11 assemblers. So, not too bad at all. There we go. That'll be enough assemblers. I probably need to go bring more iron over to my hand-fed stuff. That's what it looks like to me. Let me make some more lights so I can get some light over here. Getting our belt stash back up. Let me do this properly, actually. You go there, you go there, you go there. You. Not you yet. Alright, that's a solid hotbar for now. Let me go put my inserters over. And we can get started on the bus, finally. Did I make that 1 into 3 splitter? I need to make that a 1 into 4 splitter. That was silly of me. I should have remembered how many things I need. Yeah, that's a 1 to 3. I need to make it a 1 to 4. Which is actually not that bad. So, deconstruct all of this. One to 4. Obviously. The actual side with the inserter doesn't matter. And the actual side of the splitter that gets inserted doesn't matter. And now I've got that 4th one I need. And you'll see why I need it at some point. I should do it like this. Because that stone belt's gonna be over here, I think. Alright, but now I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I can just kind of suck up into me. Uh, 5 plus 2 is 7. 1, 2, 3. Alright, that's 10 labs. That'll be plenty. Plenty more inserters. And let's get our bus started. So if you're unfamiliar with a bus, it's a design for a base where all of the resources that you're gonna need end up in a convenient line, and you can just siphon off of that line what you need, when you need it, where you need it. And it works perfectly, and only has throughput issues most of the time. But the throughput issues will not be big enough that this run is hindered by them significantly. Hopefully. That's the idea. Okay. So... and we're bringing this raw coal up because one of the bus items is going to be coal. And I guess let's just bring the bus together here. No, coal needs a full belt. I lied. Or, I went back on what I was just thinking. You'll see why coal is going to need its actual entire dedicated belt. After we unlock green science. But here you can see the power of like handcrafting a whole bunch of stuff and then just kind of doing things in the meantime. Alright, and here is going to be where we make our very first. I need more iron. Luckily, it's all right here. Alright. So. Yeah, we can fit it on this side. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. You naysayers saying it won't be fine when in fact it will be fine. Will it be fine? Actually, I have no idea if it'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be fine. How many was it? 10? Done. You'll see what I'm getting up to in a second. Once these splitters get done. Actually, because of the nature of the fact that I've already done most of the research, this little setup is going to be next to useless, but not completely useless. It'll be useless adjacent, I'd say. But I will move my hand-fed stuff. I'll actually just get rid of my hand-fed stuff and move it all to this fully automated system. Mark all this for deconstruction. And these will all get adjusted as things get built. But for now, that's pretty good. Alright, and we're about to be at the end of the episode. Because we are just about to have completed. I did forget to go mine trees while I was down where the trees are. How's our pollution? Oh, Jesus. No bases yet. I wouldn't be shocked if they come soon, though. I will definitely want to have my projectile damage and speed up by the time the biters come. So, it'll be important that I have this eventually. Or it will be important that I did make this. Alright, that's what I want. Copper on just one side of the belt, inserted from just a single side. And you'll see why that works soon. Iron gears. Ooh, our satisfaction is low. This is not gonna work. I'm not gonna consider us to have done the proper science per minute until we've got the power to actually feed that science per minute, and currently we do not. So, we're gonna have to do some crafting. So now we're almost meeting satisfaction, but we can quite simply increase production again. Our production maxes out at 7.2. That is just about where the previous issue was. I'm gonna rebuild my radar in a place where it won't impact for future power production efforts. Um, 121. Some stuff from there, just for funsies. Alright. Now, we maxed out at 9 megawatts, which is more power production than we've ever used. So that should feed this base for a while. And you can see the clear path of expansion for this power. And, oh, I have to set recipes now for all of these assemblers. Alright, recipes set. Assemblers are a go. And we should be getting ourselves some red science right about now. We're just going to get picked up by those inserters, fed into the labs. To be clear, this is more labs than I think I need. Or maybe it isn't. Maybe this production does keep up. I don't remember. Power's keeping up just fine. And we filled all the labs. Let's just head over here to verify. Oh, that says 120 per minute. Interesting. If we do it over the course of a minute, it says 50, but I don't think it's been running for a full minute. So let's let it go. Oh, there's 60. Is it moving? I don't believe it is. That is 60 science per minute. Red science. Done. I hope you all enjoyed this first little bit of Factorio. Episodes will be whenever I feel like putting them out. And the Space Age expansion comes out October 10th, I think? October something. And I might be doing a little playthrough of that also. Just for funsies. Yeah. Goodbye, everybody.